Hey, how you guys doing? My name is TB, and today we're going to be reviewing episode 43 of My Hero Academia season 3. And right off the bat, let me tell you guys, this episode was just okay. It was nothing really that great compared to last week when we saw Midoriya take down Muscular with his one for all quirk. It was just it's I don't know where I was expecting this episode to go after that. I thought it was going to keep up the tempo, of really cool stuff happening. But no, basically we have Midoriya just running around this episode relaying important information to people, which is a good thing that he does. I'm glad that he can still run around using a full cowl with his legs because his arms are just gone. They're shot. He's not using those anytime soon. In the beginning, we have them talking about Bakugo here. Obviously, they want him for whatever reason. I'm not sure. You saw the thumbnail. That was him being suppressed after he won the tournament. Not the way he wanted to win, but he won. I thought that Eraser got blasted in the face last week by Dabi's fire, but apparently he didn't, because the show likes to put you on the fence about certain things or whether they happen or not. Just like we don't really know if Ragdoll's dead. We have some people who got hurt who are obviously still alive that we get confirmed this week. But yeah, not much has happened. We see Twice here. Twice is one of the villains that we've yet to see. We know he's in the villain Vanguard ranks here for this little group that they sent out to fight the students. We see Twice and we see what his quirk can do. I don't know if he can make copies of himself as well as other people, but he made a copy of Dabi and is able to use his quirk. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool quirk. This is the first time you see him do it. They can't take that much damage apparently, because after Eraser broke both of his arms, he's like, "Oh, this is about as much damage I can take." He's like, "Oh, I hope that your students are important to you." And then he like sort of does this menacing laugh, and then he just kind of disappears. He fades away. I don't know. I like these villains. Sometimes when you get crappy villains, you don't really care about them. They're not really cool. Everyone who's here, I feel like I get a good vibe from them. I like them. And then we have after Midoriya meets up with Eraserhead and tells him what's going on. He didn't really say that he defeated Muscular, just that that the villains are going after the kids, and that's pretty much it. Here's Koda. I'm a dip. And he's like, "Oh, did you break your promise? After what happened in Hosu City, you should know that you shouldn't be using your quirk like this." And he's like, "Oh," he basically just shrugs it off, like, I did what I had to do, man. That's it. So he gives them the message to Mandalay that all the kids should be able to fight now because he knows that the villains are going after them. And I'm glad that Koda is realizing, either we saw him last episode, because Midoriya saved him, he's starting to realize that heroes actually do care about him. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I need to tell. I hadn't even gotten a chance to tell Midoriya yet that I'm sorry for what I did, and that I'm thankful for what he did." Which leads into the conversation that Spinner has with his partner Magne. I think that's how you pronounce her name. We found out that that's a her. This is the second time that Spinner calls her big sister, so it's definitely a woman. He's like, "Hey, what are you trying to do here? You can't attack Midoriya. I follow Stain's, way of thinking." And Stain thought that this child here was worthy of being a hero, which is pretty cool. Even though Spinner is a villain, he kind of has some integrity in the sense that Stain has. But Magni had a good reason for trying to attack him, because she realized that there's only two people with that incredible fighting power that they have on their team. I think after Muscular is probably Mr. Compress. I'm not sure, but it seems like that's the way it is. Those two are probably really strong. So she had a very good reason for going after him, although Spinner stopped him, and that's when they both get clocked in the face, and they don't get knocked out. They just get a pretty good beating. And then we have Moonfish here. I'm glad that Moonfish showed up, because we saw him last episode and it looked like he had an arm, and I said it was probably from one of the students. I think his name is Choji. We see him later show up with Midoriya, and I don't know if Moonfish is the reason why he lost his arm or if it was Todoroki or not, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because that's towards the end of the episode. We have Tetsu with one of his friends here, one of the other students. They're trying to find out what is the cause of the gas, and apparently it's Mustard. Mustard is another one of the villains that we saw that we didn't see yet. Mustard is there, and he's the source of the gas. I thought it was Himiko. What is Himiko's quirk? What is she doing? We saw her at the beginning, and we haven't seen her since. What is she up to? We don't know. I thought she was one of the most interesting female characters and also villains. Just just her whole persona. I really like it. And I guess she's not the source of not her quirk. I don't know. Forgive me for being ignorant, but I just don't know what her quirk is, and I kind of want to figure it out. So, Tattoo, and the other student go to find out the source of the quirk. I guess you can call it a fight. It wasn't really a fight. He kind of reminds me of Nato, the way that he keeps talking to them. He's like, "Oh, you guys are students from UA High School. You guys should know what you're doing. You're just being blunt." Like, he's just making fun of them, basically underestimating them. And of course, he gets punched in the face and knocked out. Because these students they're not messing around. He has a gun too. That was surprising that he brought a gun, but it makes sense. His fighting capabilities aren't really that great. And she kind of makes a statement about that. She's like, "Oh, the fact that you have a gun means that you're not really confident in your quirk," which I guess is sort of true. Anyway, it didn't end up working out for him. He lost that fight. At the end, we see Choji here with Midoriya. It looked like he got hit by something, but I think it was just his body finally reacting to the fact that he broke both arms and he used one for all way too much. So he got him there. He's got his back there, and that's it. That's pretty much the whole episode. We see Bakugo and Todoroki for a little bit. They're about to fight Moonfish, but that didn't happen yet. And Midoriya's trying to get to them, or he was trying to get to them, and then they find out Todoroki kind of went berserk with his quirk because he was trying to practice it in the dark, and he just looks beastly, man. He looks like, well, he even said so himself. He's like, "Get away from me, because I might kill you." So that's pretty exciting for the next episode. We know that there's definitely going to be a fight next episode. I want it to be between Todoroki, Bakugo, and Moonfish, and then we have Midoriya, Choji, and Tokoyami. That's the only thing that I could think that's gonna happen. I feel bad for Eraserhead because he's like, "Oh man, since how many times has Midoriya used his quirk and broken his arm? Like, is he even gonna be able to use them after this point? I really don't know. What more is he gonna do? He has his legs, and that's it." Anyway, that's it for the episode. Let me guys, guys, let me know what you thought of this episode. I just thought it was okay. It was just kind of, it's another one of those episodes that connects to the other one. Like My Hero Academia always does this. They do an episode that's really good, then it connects to the next one. Not much is going on, but it kind of flows. This is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening. What you guys thought about these reviews? I'm sorry that it came out on a Sunday, but I was busy yesterday, and since the episode was just kind of okay, I was like, I can get away with posting it on a Sunday. Look out for some more videos. I have a little bit more free time than I normally do, so some more stuff is coming out. And that's it. You guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.